We hope you enjoyed the Torch Awards presentation, and Tori and I are happy to bring you the BPA Cares presentation. So how many of you in here know what BPA Cares is? Okay, I see four. That's why we're doing this. We hope to bring you guys the knowledge that you need to achieve the various awards under BPA Cares, which we will get into. So as a quick overview, what we're going to be covering is first, what is BPA Cares? I'll be explaining that, and then we'll go into the three different categories of awards that you, your chapter, and us as a state can achieve. So BPA Cares is a program that was created by National BPA to get individual members and chapters more involved within their communities. On the national level, BPA's service project is volunteering with Special Olympics, which is amazing. But BPA Cares is aimed at getting you involved more with your community and getting the name of BPA out into the community. So we hope that you'll get that information so you'll be able to do that today.
Okay, so our first category is Service Learning Awards, and it's for those BPA chapters that are passionate about service and can bring it to their community. We have 5 different awards for this. Our first award is the Community Service Award. This is for those chapters that are really passionate about their service and want to get recognized for it. So some examples that I have for you is you could adopt a highway. That's what my chapter personally does. And we clean it up. Jake, what do you do?
Yeah, with community service, your chapter can do anything that gets you as a group out into the community volunteering. It could be working with local schools. It could be doing a book drive. Anything that gets your community volunteering. Yeah.
Second, we have the Environmental Action/Awareness Award. Our environment is very important to us, and our chapters need to know that. And this award is for those chapters that do know that and want to be recognized for that. So, some examples that you could do is celebrate Earth Day, you could plant some trees, or make a video about going green.
And it can be even be as simple as what Tori brought up previously, adopting a stretch of the highway to continuously clean up.
Third, we have our Safety Awareness Award, and this is just for the development of safety programs. One thing that we had at my school was we had a guy come in with a golf cart and he set up cones and we put on drunk goggles. And then we signed this petition not to text and drive. So I think, and it was a fun way of getting everyone to come out, and then I just, yeah. And we have the Service Learning Individual Award. This is for one person who loves service and is dedicated to their community. So you could, I myself go to church and I do services there, and I bake cookies with one of my mom's boards. Last but not least, we have the Special Olympics Award. As all of you know, Special Olympics is very dear to BPA and is very important. So the things that we already do is Chain of Love, and you could also volunteer at their events or just do something special like hold a walk.
So the next category of awards that we have are Special Recognition Awards. Special Recognition Awards are given out to individuals and chapters who have worked to provide marketing for BPA, to better the name of BPA, or otherwise deserve special recognition. There are 7 different awards in this. So the first is BPA Marketing and Public Relations. Under Marketing and Public Relations, all you need and all your chapter needs to do to earn this award is do anything that helps market BPA, helps bring members and bring more people to know about what BPA is. For example, you could simply host a large recruitment meeting where you advertise to the school, you bring people in to teach them what BPA is, and not only will this bring the knowledge of BPA to more people, but additionally it will improve the membership of your chapter. Next we have the BPA Merit Scholar Award. Has anyone in this room received the Merit Scholar Award? Your mammal, okay. The Merit Scholar Award is something that all of you can do just like Drew Memel. All you need to do is, well, first you need to get to nationals. And at nationals, the Merit Scholar test is a test where it's similar to an open event where it tests you on information that has to do with BPA's history, BPA's the current things BPA are doing, and what they'll be doing in the future. On their website, on the BPA website, they provide a fact sheet for you to study off of. This is something that's very easy, a very easy award to get at Nationals, and every single one of you in this room could get it. Next, we have the Chapter Activities Award of Excellence. The Chapter Activity Award of Excellence is for any chapter who feels like they've done an outstanding job serving their community and serving BPA. So if your chapter goes out and they get the Membership Explosion Award, which is something that's coming up, if they get the Environmental Protection Award, if they get the Marketing and Public Relations Award, they can your chapter can apply to this award and get recognized, I believe, at the national level. Next, we have the Member Recruiter of the Year Award. The Member Recruiter of the Year Award is actually only awarded to 3 BPA members in the entire United States, one at the middle level, one at the secondary level, which is us, high schoolers, and one at the post-secondary level. So the Member Recruiter of the Year is the one person in BPA who has recruited more members to BPA than anyone else. This might be something that seems out of reach, but something that is completely within your reach is the Membership Recruiter Award. This is awarded on the chapter level, and what it is you have to recruit 5 new members to your local chapter. And if we all made this a goal, the membership in Montana would be up an incredible amount, and it's something that's definitely possible for all of us to do. Next, we have the Membership Explosion Award. Some of your chapters might have received this award last year. Last year, the credentials for this award was the chapter has to have 15 members, and the membership has to increase by 15%, but this year it's gotten a little bit harder to receive. So now your chapter has to have 15 members, and you have to increase your membership by 30%. This might seem like something that's hard to achieve, but through multiple membership meetings, by getting people to come to your meetings, hosting meetings, you can receive this award, and this is something that you guys will be talking about in groups that we get into. We additionally have the Social Media Award. I know you guys are always on your phone, so am I, and the Social Media Award is something that you can get very simply. On the BPA website, which we will show you, they provide the guidelines for 6 different challenges that the National BPA is hosting. Currently, right now in October and also in January, they're doing a challenge where they want you to tweet using the hashtag BPA all day. And by doing this, you can start to make progress for your social media award. So after we're done with this session, between now and the Biz Bowl, sometime in the Fall Leadership Conference, we all encourage you to tweet BPA at hashtag BPA all day. And finally, under the Special Recognition Awards, we have possibly the most important award in this section, the Professional Cup Award. The Professional Cup Award is awarded to one state association out of the 23 states that participate in business professionals in America. As I hinted in my introduction, last year was our first year that we won the Professional Cup Award. And it's because of these different systems that here in Montana we achieved. We beat out states such as Texas that have many, many more members than we do. And if you guys take the information that we're giving you today and implement it in your chapters, we can receive this award for the 2nd year.
So lastly, we have the Professional Awards, and these are to acknowledge the dedication and service of our supporters. First up, we have the Advisor of the Year Award. This starts with you guys. If you have a special advisor that's dear to your heart and has been serving for more than 5 years, you can nominate them for this award so easily. The application is literally on the first page of the BPA-MT website, and we'll show you that in a couple minutes.
We encourage all of you to at least look at the application and think about all the things your advisor has done for you. They got you here to the Fall Leadership Conference, they help organize the regional leadership conferences, and they all participate in the planning of the state leadership conference. So if you feel like recognizing them on the state level and possibly on the national level, I encourage you to fill out this form, which will show you how to get to it.
Next, we have the Emerging Advisor of the Year Award, and this is for a special advisor that has 5 years or less of experience, and that is doing a good job and that you feel needs recognition.
And finally, under the awards that apply to you guys in the professional section, we have Student of the Year. Student of the Year is a new award in BPA this year, and it's for one student on the secondary level in the entirety of National BPA who has been outstanding. If you believe that someone in your chapter or if you yourself qualify for this award, you can look at the application on the BPA Cares website, and I encourage you to pursue it. So now we're going to go ahead and show you guys the BPA Cares website, how to get to the handbook, and we're also going to show you the Montana website. So, oh my god, I have a ton of tabs. All right, all you have to do is search BPA Cares into your web browser, and it should be the first thing that pops up, the BPA Cares program. And what this leads you to is the handbook of all the information we have given you, as well as providing you more information that you'll need to receive these awards. Let's go to the social media award, and right here it gives you 6 of the things that you can do to receive this award. One of them is join your national officer team, your mammal, as they host a tweet-a-thon during the months of October and January. Use the hashtag BPA all day. Again, please do this, tweet at BPA all day, and start receiving your social media award. So along with utilizing the BPA Cares handbook, we also encourage you to visit the Montana BPA website, which is at bpant.org. Yeah, not MTBPA. Oh, no, that's embarrassing. Okay. Well, it's right here. And as you can see, the Advisor of the Year nomination form is right there, right on the front of the Montana BPA website. You should utilize this website for information about, it has our newsletters, it has information about us officers, information about how to run for state office, and of course, it does have the Advisor of the Year nomination form. So please, all of you, check out both the Montana website and the National BPA Cares website. And now, we're actually going to get into an activity. All right. So for the BPA Cares activity, what we're going to do is split you guys into 6 groups. For now, you guys can just stay seated. And in your 6 groups, we're going to provide you with 2 different BPA Care awards. We want you and your chapter, which is your group, to figure out ideas, practical ideas that you can implement within your chapter. Then, after about 15 minutes, or possibly 10, because we're running a little bit short on time, we're going to have each group come up to the front, and in 2 minutes, please keep your presentations to 2 minutes, explain what they're going to do and what their chapter will do to achieve those awards. All right, and we're welcoming the Mountain Sharks to the stage.
Yes, you're loud. Oh.
So the awards we're presenting are the Community Service Award and the Special Olympics Award. And one idea we have for community service is that people in your community can participate in Flakesgiving, which is basically you just help put food or clothing into boxes that end up going towards homeless families in the community, and it would be good for service hours in your chapter.
Another one that we talked about was we would do like a dance like prom or homecoming dance, and instead of paying to get in, you would bring a bottle of shampoo or a hat or a pair of socks or gloves or anything that you had, and we would put it in a backpack and donate it to homeless people.
I can go next. Another great idea would be doing something like an art walk. It'd be allowing basically your chapters to get the community involved in benefiting the community as a whole. So something like an art walk or something along those lines would be another great way on not only getting yourself and your chapters some community hours, but raising awareness for whatever type of event that you want to, and raising some funds for whatever organization you'd like to donate to.
Our chapters has gone to the rodeo grounds, and they have repainted our bleachers, and they've cleaned it up before and after, so that way it's more welcoming for people when they get there.
Okay, and then moving on more specifically to the Special Olympics Award, we do Chains of Love every year at state, and that is like a really great opportunity, and it's really easy since it's only like a small donation from a lot of people to go out and solicit donations. And a lot of our chapters, especially a lot of smaller chapters, have been able to raise a really large amount of money, so encouraging a lot of the larger chapters who haven't been able to perform as well as some of the smaller chapters would be a great way to raise a lot more money for Special Olympics.
Oh yeah, sure. So mine was more towards community service. A way to get involved would be donating time at your local nursing home and hanging out with the people there, possibly painting nails, card games, watching TV, just sharing time with them and having them tell you stories. I've personally done that, and it's a great way to get involved.
And then also under the Special Olympics Award, we talked about working with Special Olympians themselves and building community videos or just raising any type of awareness, like the End the R Word campaign, and just working with Special Olympians that way within the community.
Okay, thank you, Mountain Sharks. And now we're welcoming chapter Roller Toaster to the front. If you guys want to
Okay guys, so we are chapter Roller Toaster, and first of all, we'll be talking to you about the Advisor of the Year Award.
Alright, so we came up with words that describe the advisor for being nominated, and one of them is enthusiastic.
Your advisor would have to be very supportive, like you'd have to have different BPA members come in and they'd be willing to help them. They'd have to be really caring about them.
And they'd have to be really knowledgeable about BPA, so they'd be able to lead you in the right pathway so you can do good and once you do a BPA.
They would have to be patient, because they would have to deal with a bunch of teenagers who it's difficult to deal with, I guess.
Oh, okay. They would need to be supportive in whatever we decide to do as a chapter. Yeah.
Alright, and another really important thing to do is just throughout the year, keep note of anything really positive that they do, so you can make sure to add that to your application. Also get some,
And we could get like other opinions of other people that know the advisor and like their opinion on how great they are.
Do not procrastinate on the application either, because you really want to make sure they get nominated. Alright, and the next award we have is the BPA Marketing and Public Relations. And there's a lot of different ways we can approach this. One of our ideas was to, if you're on high school level, to go down to the middle schools and kind of start recruiting people, getting your name out to the middle school level so they know BPA exists and know that it's a great club to join.
Alright, another thing is like if your school has like an open house, to set up a table with the BPA and have different BPA members sit there so that they can talk to other students that come by or parents.
Another one was like school announcements, just telling them like when we were having our meetings and stuff like that.
And then at the beginning of the year, a lot of schools I know have like pep assemblies, so make sure to get your own spiel out there so that your whole school is aware of it, so they can join as soon as possible.
And then also if you're doing the Chain of Love, make sure they know who's like putting on that event. Make sure that they know BPA is who's doing that.
And then also some concessions, just to like have people in the community come and you can tell them about BPA when you're in there buying stuff.
And just two more quick ideas, just so you guys have a huge, broad range of things to do for this award. And you could, for one thing, volunteer in the name of your chapter. So not only would you be doing all the community service things through volunteering, you could also get your name out there once again and reach their marketing and public relations.
And the last thing that you can do is like a lot of towns have their own newspaper. Just put like the BPA logo in there so that they know that BPA is a part of the schools.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And now we're going to welcome BP Slay up to.
To get in the middle?
Okay, we're first going to start off with the Social Media Award.
One thing that you can do to get the Social Media Award is to have your members get on Next Steps Academy, take the Social Media Etiquette course.
You can create a Facebook page for your chapter, or a Twitter page or Instagram.
Also, during the months of October and February, there's a BPA tweet-a-thon, and you can hashtag BPA all day.
Another hashtag you can do is hashtag BPA million. All you have to do is post a picture of your favorite BPA memory and then hashtag BPA million and then tag business professionals of
America. See, now our second award is the BPA Merit Scholar. And we thought of ideas, and what we would do is we take printouts of the fact sheet
and assign them to members of our chapter so that way they can study and make sure, and think up some sort of like practice test to make sure we can test our own knowledge before we take the test at national level. Who's going to say 90%?
We also found out you have to get a 90% in order to receive this award on the test.
All right, thank you, Ms. Slade. All right, and now we're welcoming to the front the chapter of the 406 MIX.
406 mix, we were going to do stuff with like the environment, but also like education towards the school and the community, trying to bring everybody together in a competition sort of format with like a point-based foundation with like everything you do, like a town cleanup would be like 5 points, and plant a tree would be like 10 points and stuff.
So basically, we just formed a point system where you try to get involved in the community in as many ways as you can. So for say you spent 1 hour helping the elderly in a nursing home or something, you could get points, and the person with the most points could get an award in your chapter.
So yeah, that goes towards like the service learning individual award. The focus would be taking our chapter to different community events like town cleanups or Special Olympics, stuff like that.
And like with like the environmental one, what we were thinking of doing is like just having like it kind of involve like community service, like town cleanup, or like how I've seen our other schools have, like they would have like green bins that you just put cans in. So even just picking up a can a day would help our environment.
Alright, thank you guys. And now we're taking back our 5th group, the chapter PSL.
That would make way.
Pretty much. What's
Alright, we are Team Pumpkin Spice Latte. We chose the Environmental Award and the Membership Explosion Award. For the Environmental Award, one of our ideas is to adopt a highway and clean it up every month. And then the other one is
to make a garden, specifically for your school. This would not only improve on the environment by planting vegetables, but you can also use those vegetables in your school's cafeteria.
Along with growing a garden, you can also make a compost pile, like put any rotten apples in a bin and like put them in the garden to help them grow better.
And with that, we can make a recycling bin in the hallways for students to just put away their trash or to be recycled.
Alright, and then for our Membership Explosion Award, we had the idea to gather all of our freshmen and have a big assembly, have kind of explosion of fun. And then another one was to add posters in our hallway for one of our meetings, to have everyone make at least one poster that's all colorful, get everybody interested. And our big idea is to have a Taco Tuesday meeting. And Taco Tuesday is we'll advertise it as you have to join BPA, or at least be interested in BPA, to come and build your own taco. You have to listen to a speech by all of us. Yeah, those are our ideas.
Way to talk.
Okay.
I know. We did it on.
That's fine.
Yeah, smile away.
All right, and now we're welcoming our 6th and final chapter back up to the front, Team Harambe.
Before we start, I'd like to have a moment of silence for our fallen friend from so please join me. Thank you.
So the first award that we had was the Safety Awareness Award. Our focus was texting though.
Set up a table at orientation to talk to freshmen and kids about BPA.
Alright, so for safety, we could, we'll have a school assembly that will show like safety issues and the consequences of not following it.
For another thing on safety, we were gonna make posters and for like not texting and driving and put them in parking lots. People can look at them and don't text and drive.
Another thing is that we would do a drunk goggle simulation in the parking lot. And it would just show the dangers of drinking and driving under the influence and not just texting and driving.
Okay, and then our other one was the Member Recruiter of the Year Award. And at my school, we do an ice cream social. So we have everyone who's interested in BPA come up to the room during lunch and we feed them ice cream and then we make them sit down and listen to us talk about BPA. It's pretty fun.
Alright, I guess I'll say it again. Set up a table at orientation to talk to freshmen and kids about BPA.
Woo! Yeah!
Talk to classes during class meetings about BPA. If you don't know what class meetings are,
Okay, so those were some great ideas by all 6 groups. Thank you everybody for participating, and Tori and I and the rest of the state office team truly hope you guys learned something useful today you can take back to your chapters and you can implement to receive a BPA Cares Award, and to hopefully, for the 2nd year in a row, bring this professional cup back to the state of Montana.